Ken Swanstrom Skookum Timber is the 2023 Timber Harvesting Logging Business of the Year. Based in Kalispell, Montana, Ken Swanstrom's logging operation was named after the Canadian slang word for good. Not unlike the land he loves, that's changed significantly over the 5 decades he's been in business. But one thing has remained true. The well-loved Kenny has not lost focus on the thing that has driven all of his business decisions. He loves the land. Plain and simple, he has done right by the land, even when it was not popular or the way to fast cash. And he's always left the woods better off than before he rolled machinery in.
It's so easy for folks in my line of business to choose the path, or maybe they got roped into the path where they need that new home, or they need that cabin on the lake with the 80-inch big screen TV, and they went the hard cut route versus the stewardship route. It's so, and like I've told my peers, I've told other loggers at meetings and stuff, anybody can do what I do, and how you do it is you just pay for it with your wallet. It costs money to be a steward of the forest, whereas it doesn't cost you to do the cut hard thing, to run and gun, to just blow through and be done, move on to the next batch, work cheap for the mill. And I just couldn't get there. I just couldn't. Tried to bring it up some notches, you know. Do I, looking back, of course, do I wish I'd made some changes? Yes. But I would probably say that now being a steward of the forest wouldn't have changed.
While it might not be popular to some, doing right by the land will always be how Swanstrom operates. Whether he's a large operator like it once was, or how he is now, steadily pushing out loads from the mountain, running the cutter himself, with Tim O'Brien, who skids wood to the deck and delimbs and loads trucks. He plans next year to work at the fires, spending the winter converting one of his skidders into a skidgen. A skidder with a water tank on the back, the skidgen will be more valuable than just a log skidder sitting at Swanstrom's shop, as the federal government pays well when machines are working fires. The difficult regulations have always held Swanstrom back from signing up to work fires the last 20 years, but with tight market conditions at home, it's hard to say no to having guaranteed work at almost triple the rate. It also takes the pressure off of Swanstrom, who 2 years ago made the move to go from being a company stumpage logger to strictly cutting stumpage purchased on his own.
My goal was to survive. And in the modern business world, that is not the attitude you should have. You should be thinking better than survive.
The choice to work the fires will allow Swanstrom to plot his next move as he continues to focus on working both public and private tracts, leaving no tree unnecessarily scabbed as he always has, even now as he stares down the barrel of retirement.
And now, stewardship just isn't that big of a deal to them people, like it once was.
By choosing to go the stewardship route, he's been able to win bids on private tracts he didn't even know about. And now, despite having lost 3 long-term employees he affectionately called his angels, Swanstrom still remains true to the man who in 1984 first rolled a feller buncher into the mountains not far from the shores of the lake he was reared on. He saw the future and knew it wasn't in sawing one bug-chewed lodgepole at a time. He made the move into mechanized felling, which made it easier to hunt for work, and being able to buy stands of green lodgepole pine before the bugs. Though bringing machines onto his mountain meant the work would be slower. But it means that the land will always be there for everyone, even those gazillionaires moving in and building mega mansions to enjoy. The legacy that is Ken Swanstrom will continue on in his mountains, on the shores of the lakes he has helped preserve, and the memories and joy for generations to come.
So at that same time, like if we went to a meeting, they're sitting there talking about, oh yeah, I moved 20 loads yesterday, and I'm going, we moved 5. So, yes, I can hold my head high and say that I upheld life to a higher standard. This country's had stewards and it's had pillagers, you know.
The incredibly deserving Ken Swanstrom is the second winner from the state of Montana and the first past president of the American Loggers Council to receive the Timber Harvesting Logging Business of the Year award.